Here we are, the capital city Vellweb. The 7 towers. Is Diaz waiting for us somewhere in there? That is the tower of the 7 Dragoons. The throne of the Holy Emperor is underneath there.
We are standing at the legendary place where humans began their liberation. I wonder if it is an abominable place as well.
You think too much. It's the same as Condensed, isn't it? When you drag the past around, you cannot walk anywhere.
It is true, Maru. The Forbidden Land that was the royal capital of the Wingleys. And this Vellweb is a mere historic ruin.
Yes. We can do nothing but settle for the present.
Dart, look at that huge battery. Humans shot huge arrows from there, aiming at the Tower of Flanville. And back then, humans thought this way. The arrow would not only shear the darkness that covers the earth, but also shear their corrupted hearts, which were accustomed to being ruled.
Why are you suddenly starting to say this?
I don't know. I still can't tell. But if we meet the guy who claims he is Diaz, I think we can find out the reason. I'm speaking nonsense again. Let's keep going. A hero from history is waiting for us.
Mi hermano, there are no customers here. I'm not doubting your word though, eh? Don't worry, ese. De nada. Believe me, tiene fe. There are always customers, even in a kind of place like this. Okay, hermano, I believe you. Bueno. Oh, mommy's way. You're right, brother. They are really customers. It's all due to these skills and my passionate merchant soul. You have to learn from this, pinche hermano. I sell weapons. Pero I sell items. We are peddlers. It must be fated that we would meet here. Why don't you take this chance to buy something? Let me thank you in advance. Gracias, mi amigo.
I have been waiting for you.
You're Shirley?
Why? Why are you here? You ascended to heaven. I thought... Before that, I had something I had to take care of here in Vellweb. I couldn't leave the trapped souls alone in this world. Are you talking about... Yes, the 4 souls of the Dragoons who lost their lives during the Dragon campaign. Their souls were drawn to Mayfield. The gate of the Inferno from which you can never return is requesting the souls of the Dragoons. The Death City Mayfield? I thought it was destroyed. I don't know how, but it is true that the gate of the Inferno is open. Rose, I made their souls inert and anchored them in this place, but there is a limit to my power. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. The souls of the Dragoons are wandering somewhere in the towers. But we have to take care of something else now. Let's go find Diaz.
Shauna!
Diaz. Here are all 3 Divine Moon objects. There are no more obstacles to hinder our utopia. Release the girl.
Fine.
Diaz, what are you going to do with the Divine Moon objects?
Didn't you hear it from Lloyd? My only desire is the advent of the last species.
If you are the true Diaz, you should know what that implies.
Total destruction.
What do you...
Lloyd. Well done, bringing me the Moon Gem, Moon Dagger, and Moon Mirror. Now we can let the Virage Embryo, the god of destruction, the last species we desire, the true Virage, arise. I will create the utopia you wanted, after the Virage Embryo purges the world.
Everything so far was an overture to that. Lloyd, he showed you a false utopia from the beginning.
You deceived me. My utopia exists in the future of this world. What I desire is the creation of the future, not the destruction of this world.
I don't need you anymore.
Diaz, what are you thinking?
I don't need to hide anymore.
It's been a while. Rose, Dart. Father?
Oh, it cannot be!
Is that really you, Dad?
You died with Melba Fromm on each other's swords.
Rose, what are you talking about?
Now I can tell you everything. The beginning of the world was an absolute nothingness. Darkness. The creator, Soa, sowed a seed to the earth. This is the plan of Soa that created all species. The birth of the divine tree. Eventually, the fruit of the divine tree ripened and fell to the ground to fill the world with life. Gigantos from the 97th fruit. Minitos from the 99th fruit. Dragons from the 105th fruit. Humans from the 106th fruit. Winglies with magic power from the 107th fruit. And at the end, the Virage Embryo, the god of destruction, was to be born from the 108th fruit. Soa desired the destruction and regeneration of the world by the Virage Embryo, the god of destruction. However, 11,000 years ago, Winglies found out the tragedy waiting for them and sealed the 108th fruit by separating the flesh and soul. The flesh of the god the flesh of the Virage embryo was taken away from the Winglies as the moon that never sets, that glows in the sky. And the soul of the god was captured in the crystal sphere, and Melbu Frama kept it, yes, to withdraw unlimited magic power from that, and to conquer the other creatures. However, even with unlimited magic power, the domination was not eternal. Humans arose with Dragoons in front. Nothing was their match, because they had tamed the power of the dragon, and finally, they drove Melbu Frama into a corner. I felt certain of my victory, and it was in the next moment, the spell of petrification cast by Melbu Frama captured me. I have waited for 11,000 years. Time, almost eternal, dissolved the spell of Melbu, and I was released from captivity. Days spent with Rose became the eternal past. And I lived as the father of Dart in this age, until the tragic day in Neat.
I can't believe it.
I am here. That is a fact.
Then both Dad and Rose are the heroes of the Dragon campaign?
Yes, but that's not all.
Humans made a mistake. Silly humans destroyed Crystal Sphere,
Which was the container of the soul along with the royal capital Condensed. The Virage embryo and the god of destruction was exultant. It could now be born. The free soul, released from the crystal sphere, started to wander. In order to go back to the body left in the moon that never sets, to be born as the last god and to destroy the world. The soul without a body possesses a human body and heads for the moon that never sets by repeating the transmigration every 108 years. You now know the soul of the god of destruction is the moon child. The truth, the moon child in the legend. Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glares in red, the moon child descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The holy blessing is the destruction. The destruction is Soa's will. This is the fate that rules the future of the world. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it. In order to deter the birth of the god of destruction, she has had to kill the moon children by stopping her own time. She was even called a demon. That is the true self of Rose, the black monster.
Rose is the black monster? Tell me it's not true.
The Moonchild has to be killed, and the people around it too, before they become the servants of the god of destruction.
Neat. Two?
For 11,000 years, there have been no exceptions.
God! Why you? Why do you have to be the black monster?
That's it.
What are you gonna do?
Let me tell you one more truth. Rose, you thought the Princess Luvia you killed 18 years ago was the Moonchild. But it is not true.
Huh?
Luvia had a twin sister.
No!
Shauna is the Moonchild. Shauna is the soul of the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. I'll dissolve the signet of the moon that never sets and cross it with the Moonchild. Now, I have everything in my hands.
Release Shauna!
And are you going to kill her to save the world?
I'll kill her!
This is the limitation of humans.
Vig! Why?
All is the will of the Creator, Soa. My hands will start the world, and my hands will end the world. Yes, fate desires it.
Dad, wait!